Good morning. This is Master Oogway in the morning, and this is what he does every day. He sits there. He will sit there for hours. Yes, I'm talking about you, sweetheart. Yes, I'm talking about you. I'm usually always talking about you in some way, shape, or form. But anyway, he'll sit here and sit here and sit here. And he won't move. He's taking his sweet time to get outside, which is fine, but here's the problem. He can no longer fit through the dog door. So now we have things I'll show you what I have to do. But anyway, so the house has to be blocked up a little bit because of Oogway, and so we have to close things off, and then the dogs and the cats can't get around stuff, and they get all annoyed, and all for you. Hello, handsome. Good morning. Good morning, gorgeous. You have grass on your face. I see a piece of grass on your eye, sweetheart. You don't want me to get that off for you? Yeah, so the king here holds up the whole house, don't you, sweetheart? But you're so loved. Yes, you are. All right, so, who's this? This is her spot on the couch. Isn't that Zoe Bell? Isn't it Zoe Bell? She gets up in the morning. She lays out in the sun for a couple of hours, barks a little bit. I allow that because, 9 o'clock in the morning, people are usually up, so I'm okay with it. Yes, I'm talking about you, Smelly Belly. Yes, I'm talking about you. Of course I'm talking about you. And then there's Bunny. Bunny is the reason that everybody's here. We rescued Bunny because the rescue told us she was deaf. We rescue all the time, but we try to take specific animals that are dangerous in a way that it's danger to them. A deaf pit bull is not what's going on with you. A deaf pit bull doesn't stand as much of a chance with a family as a regular dog or pit bull even. So the danger is not because of her. The danger was because of people. So we took her. Turns out she's not deaf at all. She just doesn't listen. This one was vicious. They didn't tell us that, though. They sort of forgot to leave that out. Could you imagine? They said she was the most broken dog they'd ever met in their lives. So they had to take her from county. She was on the euthanasia list. And I don't know, it took 3 days. And the whole time she was at that shelter, that rescue group, which was lovely, by the way, she didn't bond with anybody, which is so unheard of. And she didn't bond with anybody. And it took her 3 days before she was sleeping in my bedroom. And it took a little bit longer than that for her to sleep in my actual bed, but she slept in my bedroom. I have a bunch of dog beds and a bunch of dog beds in there, Oh, shoot. So they can sleep wherever they want, right next to my bed. But anyway, so I hear somebody. So this is what I was going to show. Hello, Loki. So because of Oogway, we have to put these up now. And I'm going to paint them. We just got them. We had to figure out how to do this. So, hello, handsome. Hi, beautiful. Can you go around? Because I can't. These are hard to lift out. But we have to have these because he cannot fit through that anymore. Oogway. Loki fits fine. Loki Shalok. That's the largest dog door that there is. But Oogway doesn't. He's going to get stuck in there. And then we're going to have to take the wall out, which is ridiculous because it's brick. And we just did all the masonry around that because we had a renovation that they screwed us over on. But that's a different story for a different day. Excuse me. You're such a good boy. You could jump. You could clear that if you wanted to. I know. I can't let you in there because the other one's easier. So then we have this. We go through the kitchen. Dog toy, of course. And then a dog bed, of course. Let's fix that a little bit. Okay. So these come up. See, look, that Oogway's already been there. That's him bending it. But, hi, sweetie. Let me pull this up for you. If I pull it up here, can you get underneath it? Come on. Go underneath. I'll put it back down because Oogway's not out yet. There we go. See, that's what we have to do. See, and then you go back here because Oogway will go right through there. and go out the dog door or the pet door. So, anyway, that's what we're waiting for. But back to Bunny. Bunny is the reason, because Bunny sets the energy of the house. Bunny is the queen of the house. She's the queen of the castle. Well, actually, our cat Mew. But of the dogs, our cat Mew is the queen of the whole world. But Bunny, yeah, they said she was deaf. She's not deaf. She just doesn't listen. But it's the reason that anybody can come in here. I mean, she has the most love for all animals. Now, she's not a pushover. She's a great leader, but it's because of her energy, her grounding energy, her balanced energy. She's a very balanced dog. But this is her spot. I mean, she'll go from here to there, over to there. But this is it. These two pit bulls, this is their couch. Look at how big it is. It's the most obnoxious thing ever. But this is an animal house, and that's just the way it is. Right, Bunny? Bunny's 8.5 years old, which freaks me out. You're too old, little lady. You should not be this old. No. Yeah. Love you, Bunny. But anyway, and then there's Shalokes. This is Loki. We called my rescue where I've rescued a lot of animals, and I texted her and I said, hey, Carl just died. So whenever an animal dies, we're still heartbroken. We're heartbroken over animals 30 years ago. So, but whenever someone leaves us, an animal leaves us, we have room in our home and in our hearts for another animal. So we rescue immediately, because we're not going to let another dog or cat sit any longer than it has to at the pound or wherever it is. So we texted him. I said, hey, we'd like a shepherd mix, because that's what Josh wanted, because we usually rescue pit bulls because they need the most help. When you look at the pound, they're loaded. I'd say 80 to 85% of the animals at the pound and in any rescue are pit bulls, and then followed by huskies and chihuahuas. Horrible. Our next dog is probably going to be a husky, but we're in Arizona. They're all over. But I don't know why people breed them here. It's the most inhumane, disgusting, disturbing thing. But that's another story for another day. But anyway, Loki, they sent me this one. We just got this one today. And he's been, they always have a little bit of a backstory. Right, sweetheart? Right, sweetheart? No. Are you going to tell me off? Are you going to tell me a story? Oh, I know. You and your stories. He's a chatty one. Oh, geez, another dog just came through the dog door. I got to see who that is. It's probably Izzy. Okay, but anyway, he because this tortoise thing is new, putting up those barriers. So, but Loki Shalokes, he was very skinny, and the whole thing, and we said, okay, we see that as a sign that this dog was, said, hey, this dog is in need, and it was sent to us. So we said, we'll take him. And we went, and we couldn't take him immediately because he needed to be neutered, because we can't bring a fully intact dog in the home in case. You just never know what that'll do. Might set off these bitches, who've never in their lives, you know what I mean? Like, they would never fight, ever. This one, oh my goodness. Bunny she is the sweetest. She doesn't know there's anything bad in the world at all. So there's no way this little girl never in her life bite a human, nothing. She gets a little scared of humans when they come into the house to do work, but she still lays there. She won't move. She still lays on her couch, but she's very funny. This one's a different story. She's fear aggressive. So, and this one is so smart that we tell him, nope, this is a good person, and his tail starts wagging. I don't even really need to tell him that, though, to be honest. He figures it out real quick on his own. He's just so smart. But anyway, so they sent us his picture, and then they ended up taking him to a German Shepherd rescue. So we had to go to that rescue way out in the middle of nowhere. And it was so funny, because we went to see him. He wouldn't even look at us. He wouldn't even acknowledge our presence. And so we thought, oh no, we're lucky we're getting this dog because he has like no personality and kind of in line with what we normally rescue. The one missing an eye, one-legged, missing, the whole thing. I mean, and aggressive. Usually we'll take a really aggressive dog. Does that dog look aggressive? Does that dog look aggressive to you? But she was. It's amazing what love will do. Right, sweetheart? Yes. She lays on my lap. She kisses me all over my face. When we first got her, she wouldn't walk out the human door with me anywhere near it. She didn't want anything to do with humans. Her backstory is pretty traumatic. But she's been here 4.5 years, so she's doing just fine. She's thriving. It's not just fine. Are you done playing? She was playing with this toy, so I'm going to put it over there. So anyway, excuse me. So this baby, he walks in the house. So the rescue, the German Shepherd, it's a German Shepherd Belgian Malinois rescue. They have to bring the dog. They have to do a home check, the whole thing. So they walk in. He walks over. I had a chair over here before we had this behemoth of a massive dog bed. He walks in and pisses on the chair. Just lifts his leg and pees. We were so shocked. And then, right, sweetheart? And then, a little while later, this dog, who they told us was amazing with cats, I guess it depends on perspective, tried to stomp. Not only tried to kill my cats, he tried to stomp them to death. So that was a thing. So we had to, And this is the cat. This is Mewy. She's the queen of the world. Hi, Mewy. This is Mewy. Oh, hi, sweetheart. So Mewy has a story. Everybody's got a story. Everybody's rescued. We adopt. We don't shop. Of course. There's Lupe. Okay. So anyway, she trained Loki, right? She just didn't take his shit at all. But he would have killed her if he would have gotten hold of her. So we had to train. He's so smart. It took, I want to say, really? Are you telling me off? Somebody would like a treat. Okay, hold on. I know. Let's get you a couple treats. That treat dish. These are rich. I swear to God, there's crack in those treats. There's kitty cat crack in those. I think they even call these treats kitty cat crack. So they only get a couple because I don't trust them. So anyway, handsome. You're so beautiful. Oh, by the way, he got here. He falls at my feet. Like he walked in the door. Oh no. Hold on. What are you doing down there? Can you come to the other side? Because I can't get this side up. Loki walks in the door. Come here, Izzy. Come here, Iz. Come over this way, hon. I know. All because of the tortoise, right? Come on through. Thank you. The tortoise is so high maintenance. There we go. I know. Oh, we got our toys. So anyway, he falls at my feet and immediately, starts talking. He has the most personality of any dog I've ever had in my life. But we thought we were taking him because he didn't have one. And it's hilarious. And he's so beautiful. We didn't notice any of that because we don't, that's not what we do. We don't take the cutest dog in the shelter. We know they'll get adopted. So we take the funniest looking, goofiest, vicious, bad personality dog. And so we thought that was Loki. And it's like so the obvious, or the opposite. But anyway, and look at the cats just go right by him, but he wanted to kill the cats. And so that was some training. I mean, you'll see leashes kind of all over this house connected. He had to be leashed to things so that he couldn't lunge at them. And I had to train him every moment that he looked at a cat in a certain way. He got corrected. And it worked. I mean, and it took a year. I think it was almost exactly a year later because in the morning, I mean, when he would sleep at night, he slept next to my bed, but he slept in a bed it was like an extension of my bed. So, because my bed, there's not a lot of room in my bed. I've got cats, I've got dogs, So he slept next to my bed, but he was leashed. And so, because we open up the pet doors at about 8 a.m. so that everybody can go outside. But he didn't get to because the cats are out there. So he can't go out there because, oh, here, honey. Oh, sorry. Because cats are out there. And I didn't trust him. So it took a year. Now he can do whatever he wants. He's not leashed to anything ever. I can't remember the last time he was leashed besides his daily walk. You know, that's the only time a leash goes on him is when we go outside and we need to get in the car, we need to go for a walk or whatever. It's actually a nightly. We take nightly walks because it gets too hot in Arizona. But yeah. So anyway, he was leashed everywhere. We had a leash attached to the kitchen table, so you know, excuse me, he couldn't get let loose and go after those cats because he's fast. My cats, I mean, they're all rescues, and this is a bottle feeder. She came to me and she was about 2 weeks old, screaming, meow, meow. That's why her name is Mew. And she was our first kitten for the boys. The boys were young. She's 9 now, 9.5. But she was the boys' first kitten because we usually rescue, you know, a 13-year-old cat that's been dumped and, you know, the whole thing. But anyway, she was our first kitten, and then we ended up with a total of 5 a few weeks later because we kept searching and searching. Because I was at work, she came up to me in a construction site and climbed up my leg, my pant leg. So, and home she came. But anyway, Mewy. But Mewy, she is, because she was 2 weeks old, she has no fear of dogs. Because she's always had dogs. And my dogs are all trained. We don't, we can cuddle with the cats. We can do, if the cats allow it, we can cuddle with the cats. They might not want to be cuddled with. So home she came and she trained Loki. It was amazing. Actually, I have a little bit of video of it. Mewy, you're amazing. But I don't want to kind of tell her that because she already knows that, and she's pretty much of a dick. She will, if I pass by her and she doesn't want me to pass by her, she'll swing at me. Or you know what she does? She'll come and lay in the middle of the floor and expect you not to walk by her. And we call that pulling a Lisa, because I have a sister named Lisa that used to do that. She would get up in the morning, lay in the middle of the room where everybody was sitting, laughing and having a good time, and then she would get mad because they were laughing and having a good time, keeping her awake. She could have stayed in bed, right? So that's called pulling a Lisa, where you can't get any more selfish. You stay in bed and don't get up in the middle of a crowd and be mad at them for doing what they were doing before you got there, right? That's pulling a Lisa. So Mewy should almost be named Lisa. And then this one followed me home walking the dogs one night. I saw her one night and I tried to get her. I went all over to the neighbors where she was. I was walking the dogs, and they said that they'd never seen her before in their lives because I took a video of her. Oh, shoot. And then a few months later, I found her again, and this time she just didn't bother with it. She came home with me. She followed me home, walked right in the house. I had pit bull Rottweilers. She could have cared less. She came right in. She knew what was going on. That was about 4 years ago. Right? Right, Lupe? Right, Shaloops? Don't eat my beautiful plant. Hey, cut it out, please. Yeah. So anyway, oh, look what a sass this one is. Look at her go. I keep strings all over the house so we can play. Anyway, so that's what's going on this morning. This video is way too long. And as I'm talking, this video is almost 19 minutes, but who has not moved? Oh, I'm sorry. He moved his head. Silly me. Oogway. Hi. Hi, handsome. You gonna go out at any time so I can open up the house and not inconvenience the dogs? Because the cats aren't used to it yet either. They don't realize, hey, I could just jump over that barrier. It annoys them. Change annoys animals. And you are the change, right? I love you, Oogway. Let's see if he won't get mad at me for patting him today. Oh, look at him. See, any little thing he gets. Hi, baby. Oh, look at, he doesn't want, see, that means he doesn't want me to pet him. He gets it. And then when I'm outside, he'll come up to me for pets, but it has to be his idea. Isn't that wild? And then these two. Really? This is what these two do all day. Thank God Izzy came. Izzy was in a Jack in the Box parking lot, like in between Filiberto's and Jack in the Box. searched all over for her owners. You know, you go on Nextdoor app and the whole thing, you know, and nobody wanted her. We actually walked around where we found her. She came running up in a parking lot. Right? Is he busy? Is he busy? Is he busy? So anyway, she came running up, and she didn't need to be bottle fed though, but yeah, so are you still mad? Would you come out of your shell, you goofball? So anyway, this one, yeah, could not find her owner, so nobody wanted to find her, and nobody was looking, so she found her home. And of course, at that time, Loki had been here 1 year. So Izzy's been here a year and a half. So Loki's been here 2.5 years. So that was a year ago, or a year and a half ago. And Loki, I walked in with her. Loki tried to kill her, which seems to be his MO. Loki, the German Shepherd. I don't know. Maybe he's got a Nazi like bloodline. Maybe he was, crazy Hitler's dog. But anyway, in the genealogy pool. So anyway, he got in trouble, didn't you? Just all it takes is one correction, and he's good. But anyway, they've been besties from day one. From the moment I said, no, we're not going to kill this dog. This is now part of our family, Loki. And then, oh my God, they've been inseparable ever since. And they've been wrestling and messing with each other. But anyway, so that's my little morning. Sorry it's so long. If you're still with me, you love animals like I do. Animals own me. I mean, there's just no other way. I mean, they have owned me since I was born. Oh, where is that picture? I have a picture of me. Where'd it go? I'm going to show you. Hold on a minute. So I'm the youngest of 9 kids, and so I don't have, and by the way, the cats, and they're filtered water on the counters. Hilarious, right? Look at that cat right there. What are you doing? So anyway, I think there are like 2 baby pictures of me. Maybe there's only this one. This is the only one I cared about. But here, hold on. This was on my fireplace, but I put it up here. It's the only picture. Hold on. I'm going to see if I can put it on my counter. That's me. And I think 6 months old here. Hold on. I'm going to look. Oh. Mewie, are you okay? Are you okay, sweetheart? Mewie. Sweetie pie. Are you alright? Little barf mommy's got to clean up? That's okay, I haven't done the counters yet. Look at that. Look at that gift that I was left. So anyway, let me see how old I am. It needs to be dusted, that's for sure. Gross. Excuse me. Yeah, this needs to be dusted. Let's just get this going real quick. Whole house needs to be dusted. All right, let's see. When was this picture from? I don't know what it says. Hold on.